We want to start tonight by going in focus on the death of an Owasso High School student. We've been asked why we haven't reported more on the case. Thanks for joining us on the CW. I'm Jonathan Cooper.
And I'm Tatum Gwynn. We did report on the student's death when it happened 2 weeks ago, and again for the student's funeral. We have not reported on rumors or social media posts as we wait for confirmed and verified facts. The autopsy results could take weeks to months, and toxicology results even longer than that. We do have new statements tonight from Owasso Schools, Owasso Police, and the student's mother. Lori Fulbright is breaking down that new information.
16-year-old Nex Benedict died 2 weeks ago. Owasso Public Schools confirms there was an altercation in a high school bathroom on February 7th. The school says it was broken up less than 2 minutes by other students and a staff member. They say everyone involved walked to the principal's office and the nurse's office. They say each student was given a health assessment by a school nurse, and the school called all the parents and let them know they could file police reports, and school resource officers were also available. School leaders say they determined none of the students needed to be taken to a hospital by ambulance. Benedict's parents did call police later that day from the hospital wanting to make a report. Police say Benedict was released from the hospital that day, but was rushed back to the hospital the next day and died. Lori Fulbright, Oklahoma's Own News on 6.
Now, if you've seen this story scrolling social media, you've likely seen people say Benedict was murdered or died because of the altercation at school. But none of that is fact.
The medical examiner will determine the cause and manner of death, and that could take months. Police are investigating and will turn over their reports to the district attorney's office, who will decide what, if any, charges are to be filed. Owasso Schools says any notion the district has ignored disciplinary action toward those involved is simply untrue.
And new today, the ACLU of Oklahoma also released a statement saying the assault is an inevitable result of the hateful rhetoric and discriminatory legislation targeting Oklahoma trans youth. The statement also called for a thorough, open investigation of what it calls reports that the school failed to respond appropriately to the altercation. However, there has been no evidence released to the public saying Benedict was targeted for being a trans youth. Owasso Public Schools says it did follow protocol, and all students involved were evaluated again by a nurse, and it was determined no ambulances were needed to be called. The school did recommend parents of one student to take that student to a medical facility for further examination. There had been some confusion and questions about the student's name since the family used the student's birth name in the obituary.
The student's mother, Sue Benedict, released a statement today that says, "We are sorry for not using their name correctly, and as parents, we were still learning the correct forms. Please do not judge us as Nex was judged. Please do not bully us for our ignorance on the subject. Nex gave us that respect, and we are sorry in our grief that we overlooked them. I lost my child. The headstone will have correct name of their choice." Owasso Public Schools says additional counselors have been available for any student, faculty, or staff member who needs help since Friday the 9th. Anyone in a crisis situation can call these numbers for immediate help.